Hello everybody, welcome to the Gamer Synergy channel. Today I will be teaching you how to properly clean your skateboard bearings. What all do I need? You might be asking yourself. All you need is a socket wrench with a 1/2 inch socket attachment, a solvent such as rubbing alcohol or acetone, bearing lubricant, a container to place your nuts, washers, and bearing shields into, a container that has a lid, a thin pointy tool such as a needle, optionally a toothbrush, if you're wanting to scrub your bearings. And last but not least, a towel. Your first step is to take off the wheels from the skateboard. You'll do this by removing the nuts and washers from the wheels and sliding off the wheels. Be sure to not lose your washers. And be sure to place your wheel components inside of your container to help prevent you from losing them. Next, you're going to want to pry off the bearing from the wheel. You can do this by placing your wheel halfway onto the skateboard and pulling the wheel to one direction. Now that you have removed your bearings, the next step is to take off the rubber shields. Use your thin pointy tool to gently take out the rubber shield. Note, your bearing shield may be different from mine. If you have a C-shield, you can find the opening on the bearing and pry out the C-ring that way. If you have the metal shield without the C-ring, the shield is not removable and you'll have to purchase more wheel bearings. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Now your bearings are exposed and we can proceed to the next step. Place the bearings into the container and fill it with your solvent. Place the lid on top of your container and shake for 1 minute. After shaking it, you can now take out the bearings and place them onto the towel. Smack the bearings on the towel to get as much solvent off the bearings. This next step is optional. You can take your toothbrush and scrub the bearings to clean it even more. Now let the solvent evaporate off of the bearings, and once that has happened, you can now add your bearing lubricant onto the bearings. I would recommend placing 3 drops in a triangle shape in your bearings. And with the lubricant added, spin the bearing to spread the lubricant. Now that your bearings are nice and clean, you can now start putting them back onto your skateboard wheels. First, place the shields back onto the bearing. With the C-ring, you put the shield on first, then place the C-ring on top of it. Then, you place the first washer onto the wheel mount, and then the bearing with the shield side face down. Now slide your wheel onto the wheel mount and push it until the bearing is back on the wheel. Place your second washer on the wheel, screw the nut back on, and boom, you're done. Now that your bearings are clean, there is no excuse to not perform a kickflip right after this video. I hope I was able to help you in this video. Be sure to subscribe for more helpful tutorials, and if you like to watch people play video games, we also have a sweet collection of videos made just for you. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.